wings it, just bam, David Seaman's all over the gaff. Great kit he had though, David Seaman. Amazing kit.
Nice hair.
And lovely hair. And you know what? Not a bad name either. When you think about it,
Seaman.
it's just a man from the sea or a ball full of cum.
During the 2002 World Cup, I was in Jamaica.
I was in school. Why was you in Jamaica?
I just was in Jamaica.
2002, I was a professional footballer, playing for Leyton Orient.
I was a huge wrestling fan. I invested my time in Raw is Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah. And I think that was the year I decided that I want to start just like liking girls. You see, like...
That's fair enough.
You see, like...
That's fair enough. I understand.
You play football your whole life and girls have the lurgies and you've got a weird transition from not liking girls because girls have illness.
I think I was just hitting puberty as well.
I was gonna say, was you still breastfeeding?
No, I was dry sexing.
I think I kind of like girls, but I was really in love with Thierry Henry at the time as well.
I was an MC as well. I was called Heady B. I'm not going to tell you why. This is not, the No Rule show.
No, it was bootcut season though.
Yeah, definitely.
100% bootcut season. I used to have the jeans dragging off on my pedal bike.
So you're looking like boat.
Yeah, boat now in 2019.
2002 was a huge year. Big part of my upbringing. Because my back off weren't fully grown by then.
A lot of bad haircuts.
Ronaldo had a trim where the moustache was on the front of his head.
Alright, their shorts were normal size.
Yeah, but
I just didn't understand why they wore NFL tees.
were parachutes, cuz. The man were wearing parachutes, running around, the wind holding them back. That's why they look slower. The kits then were much colder.
And they were baggy. It was like ghetto football. It was amazing.
Man was in the hood just kicking ball.
They're playing
Even
in
the
cargo
England side
shorts.
had big baggy jerseys. Even the England side.
Germany drew with Republic of Ireland 1-1. And I know Keane had problems with McCarthy.
Mick McCarthy is gaffer. I'm thinking, you know what?
Bro, obviously-
Little
bro.
dark horse. Little dark
Bro,
horse.
Mick McCarthy's one of those managers that you just have to play for.
All right.
When he's the gaffer,
No,
bro,
you don't.
when he's looking at you and the nose is looking at the left back, like you gotta play for that kind of guy. He's tough. He's fucking tough.
Do you know what? I hear you, but do you know who didn't hear you? Roy Keane. Because, listen, Donny had an argument. I think he had an argument about Matty Holland, Ipswich boy. Decent. He had a mad argument.
Roy Keane got sent home by Mick McCarthy.
Fam, the next day, my man's out here walking his dog. Like, nothing ever happened. Roy Keane's been my idol. He has been my idol.
Recently, actually, he said something about along the lines of like it was principle.
Yeah.
He could have gone in and said sorry and whatnot, but he said principle was like what made him not do it. And I'm sure he said he regretted it. He might not. But I'm sure
I think he regretted quite a lot of the things that
he
he said. Yeah, that kind of messed up their chances. I think, that was iconic for him. I think that was the last time he played for Ireland as well.
Is it?
Yeah, that was the last time.
Is it?
Done.
South Korea had Gus Hiddink as manager. I'll never forget that. South Korea, amazing.
Every game when the South Korea team was playing, it was mental. The stadium was full. And I think that's how they were winning their games, because they beat some good teams.
South Korea bumped the World Cup, man.
No, they didn't.
They bumped. You're just saying that because you're Asian. I just
Yes, I
realized
am.
you're biased.
Yes, I am.
I didn't even realize. I'm all sitting
Yes, I
here
am.
thinking we're going to have a fair conversation. South Korea beat Italy. Bumping it. South Korea beat Italy.
What does the bump in it mean?
It's a skeptical. Don't know what that means. It just came into my head. But it was like a wrestling match.
You can go on YouTube right now. There were goals that were miles onside that they said were offside. I'm almost sure of it.
Italy, it's South Korea's house. It's not fair you knock them out. It's only right you have to cheat, man. Well done to the guys upstairs for South Korea, man. Skits should know all this kind of story anyway. This is not, when it comes to upstairs in South Korea, that's a Skits thing.
I was really excited about Michael Owen for no reason.
It was crazy because when I was watching Brazil versus England, it was like I was supporting England because the fans. When they do the national anthem, I liked the England version. As soon as it kicked off and I saw Brazil in blue, I started liking Brazil.
So I watched that in primary school.
Is it?
Yeah. So we came to school. We didn't have no lessons. Everyone actually watched the game in the hall.
And having to go to school at 6:30 a.m. Because let's have it right. We was getting up early, getting to school early to watch these games.
So most of us that was watching the game had poet's breath.
And it was split between the Brazilians, which was the black people, and the white people, which is the English people.
Sven-Goran Eriksson was kind of lit. He used to always play Darius Vassell. Producer, I know you remember that. He always used to love Darius Vassell in the squad, regardless
And
of...
he was one.
Bro,
He had like a massive thick neck.
he just looked like a road man.
Yes.
Who's made it for... That's why I liked him. He looked like he was for the roads.
Hold on, Darius Vassell. What a road name.
Because Michael Owen scored against Brazil to make it 1-0.
England was in the game.
Yeah.
They was in the game. So, and it was always that way with England, by the way. Every tournament I'd seen, 96, Euro 96, what like, they was always in the game, and then just a bit of bad luck or not enough quality or whatever, man. So yeah, I was upset. I ain't gonna lie.
You know the TVs where if you was rich, you could turn off the TV with your watch. Does anyone remember that?
You had a TV
Where
that
you-
you could turn it off with your watch.
Don't you remember watches that had TV remotes on them?
I had the watch that was like a calculator. Oh my God, I do remember that. Yes. Okay.
So we had people obviously like fucking around, turning off the TV with their watches and stuff like that. I just want to watch the game. Someone turned the game back on. Ronaldinho standing over a free kick. But this isn't a free kick where you think someone can score from the free kick. It's fucking by the touchline.
And obviously when Ronaldinho scored, I think that's when racism really started, really.
David Seaman, boy.
I feel like that is Seaman's defining moment in his career.
I feel like the sun was in his eyes.
I feel like he should just cut his hair.
He's fine.
I feel like if he cut his hair, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, David Seaman ponytail. Listen, again, because I'm a guy that loves SmackDown on Raw. You know, Shawn Michaels ponytail, you know, stamps his feet, sweet chin music, the entrance music. I always feel like someone's having sex before he comes out.
And you know what? That goal almost got me rushed in school. Lucky I was tough.
And Brazil ended up winning 2-1 with Ronaldinho making the man with the ponytail cry.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was very happy. Very, very happy. As I said, I was a big supporter of Brazil. And I just felt like the whole team was amazing. It was actually the best team I've ever seen play in a World Cup final from start to finish. I think they had a great team.
2002 World Cup Brazil side was very, very scary.
Who
Yes, you had a couple fuck ups.
Who were the
but
centre backs? 2002.
Lucio would have been there because he's older than everyone.
That is amazing. Ed Milson, Roque Jr., and Lucio.
Like, if you're talking about balance,
Yeah,
that team,
crazy.
bro, the best right back, best left back.
And Roque Jr., look at Roque Jr. I think, you should be in the Cameroon squad.
Lucio Marcos in goal, who was underrated. Brazil every year. It's only recent that their keepers are now European, but
Yeah.
I remember Tafarel and all these other keepers.
Dido.
They played back in Brazil, bro.
Yeah,
Their
yeah,
keepers were always sort of unknown.
Great on the feet.
But they even had the Nielsen. They had
Cleberson was
Bro,
amazing
Cleberson
that
was
year.
sick.
That's why we signed him.
Yeah.
That's why United signed him.
Yeah.
I love Brazil, man. I love that Brazil team. You know what I love the most about that Brazil team? The fact that they can bring on Denilson to do skills to waste time. Now, when you watch football, you know, you see managers bringing another centre half and, you know, they park a bus to hold that lead. Nah, Brazil were bringing on wingers to do skills.
This Brazil had Roberto Carlos, Cafu. All right, they're going to be a problem going forward. Rivaldo, he's going to be... Ronaldinho, all right, that's a problem. Ronaldo, all right, we got Kaká coming off the bench. All right, Zerabel might come off the bench.
You will never see a team like this ever in your life again. Never. Never. And then in midfield, Cleberson, Gilberto Silva, Scolari. Even though your hairline started behind you, you had a strong team. Nobody was near that Brazil team.
It's uncomparable the amount of players you had playing in 2002 to now. Well, like proper stars. In that one Brazil team, I'm going to throw this out there. There's an argument that 3 of those players could have been the best in the world now.
Rivaldo, Ronaldinho,
R9.
on R9.
Yeah.
Rivaldo, Ronaldo, and Ronaldinho.
Don't stutter when you say Ronaldinho.
Do you know I can't? You could get on to me for that, but Ronaldinho's actually my favourite player.
When you say Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, you must put in Juninho Paulista. He was there with them. He was the 3 behind Ronaldo. That is the best 4 of all time.
If you got Ronaldo, R9, playing against these dead defenders now, are you mad? You think 50, bro, he'd be scoring 100 goals. 100 goals, bro.
Well, they are the best front three I've ever seen.
Ronaldinho for me was amazing. Ronaldo should have had that fucking hat trick in the first half.
If you had an R and an O and an end of your, like, if in your name, you're sick.
But Rivaldo had an R and an I.
R and it ended in an O.
Oh, my bad.
Rivaldo. Now, I know he played for the Brazilian team. I know
Skeletal.
that. But I have reason to believe that man's Moroccan.
He looked like he had a whole gang life before he joined football. Now real talk, because his face was just hard and just stiff.
He
and
had
just,
like Sagat from Street Fighter.
yeah,
like,
his thing was mad. Right, he did, didn't it? The
did,
McDonald's
bro.
arches. His thing was mad.
I think Ronaldinho is Ethiopian. And do you know what? He probably is. But obviously Ethiopia didn't make it to the 2002 World Cup finals because
God.
it's 1997 in Ethiopia. So it's not a World Cup yet.
I don't feel like Germany deserved to get into the final.
They're machines.
Like, they're machines, bro.
Machines, yeah.
Like, that's, they could all run, they all had fitness, they could all strike. I remember one guy in the final struck the, I think it might be Novel, struck the ball from about 45 yards, bro.
The keeper went bow.
Yeah,
hit
yeah,
the
yeah.
post, yeah.
They were efficient.
Yeah.
Remember, Germany beat Saudi Arabia 8-0 in that tournament. 8-0. So they beat Saudi Arabia, a goalkeeper that was wearing tracksuit bottoms.
Listen, when we're talking about the Germany squad here, we're talking mainly about two people. We're talking about Oliver Kahn, who won Player of the Tournament first and last time. So, I don't know how to say that properly. First and last time, first and only time that a goalkeeper's won a golden ball.
But why did he
Player
make
of the tournament.
that mistake? He
Bro,
makes in
he
the World
caused
Cup?
to make. But how many saves did he make before that? Even in
What,
that game.
against Saudi Arabia.
No, even in that game, they should have been 3-0 down already.
I don't know why, and I'm only human, but Oliver Kahn had a face that he just wanted to punch up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so when he made the mistake,
He was happy.
yeah, and I feel bad. I don't like to wish that on any human, but he just had that thing with
He
him.
had a
where
stern face.
And I bet he was a nice guy as well. I bet he was a nice guy.
But once it went 1-0, it was like, yeah, game over. I mean, during the game, it was like, there was things that was happening where I was like, Germany, nah.
You know what's mad? So they brought on Ziegler, who had the dirtiest skinhead.
Creative.
American History X.
creative face, yeah.
And then
Tottenham boy,
they
innit?
bring him on with bloody Asamoah. That was
Shocker.
that was
He
a bit
was
mad.
terrible. He was
Yeah.
terrible.
Samoa, the liar. Them days, you couldn't be that colour coming on with that colour shirt for that European team.
What?
Germany,
Is he German?
Germany brought a black man off the bench.
They must have been going nuts in the stands.
The brother. Do you know what's so nice? Just knowing that they brought a black man off the bench who done
amazing.
absolutely nothing. Like now we got Nabry in it, so praise the Lord there. But
I was very happy Brazil won the World Cup because I was very upset when Ronaldo lost the World Cup because he had super diarrhea, Steve-O style, 98 World Cup with his missus in the crowd. And she was a stunning lady, probably got wrinkles now, but still a situation.
Do you know what's so mad? It would have been a disservice to football fans all around the world if Rivaldo, Ronaldo, and Ronaldinho didn't win the World Cup.
Yeah, no, I would have.
Real talk.
100%.
It had to be done, fam. Those
been
3 R's. Triple R. Are you
Rs.
mad?
20 years after one of my best World Cups ever, I'm about to reveal the 2022 World Cup logo. Qatar, Shukran, New Zealand, and it's about time an Arabic country hosts the World Cup. Mashallah. It's a infinity symbol.
it's gonna be there forever.
That's it.
And
There
this
you go.
signal is to show you we're not just gonna come here for a little World
Yeah.
Cup and duck out. Our team, the Premier League in Qatar, is gonna be lit.
Yeah.
100 years from
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
all the top players are there.
There you go.
It's
If
mad.
you lot didn't think of that, whoever designed this, get us on your marketing team.
I'm down. I'm down.
I
Wow.
think it represents a lot of change. It looks very fancy.
Bruv, I'll be honest with you, it's pretty.
Yeah.
I like it.
And it has Arabic design and art on it. Now, usually when you go to like an Arabic wedding, you would get henna. That's what we would call it. All on the skin, and I get on the hands and stuff, and I could see it right now on this design. And it means that the Arabs are repping. Yalla, yalla, yalla.
It's a World Cup! Bro, look at it. It's a World Cup.
How?
That's the shape of the World Cup.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You remember the World Cup, you kind of hold it like that. It's like a ball. Remember, it's not like a cup.